Before we jump into chapter number 3 of our NCERT book, let's revise some topics, right? Let's do 20 divided by 4. Okay, we can also write this as 20 divided by 4 this way, okay, or 20 divided by 4, right? All these are same, right? Now let's divide. Here it will be 20, okay, and 4 will be here, okay, right? Let's divide. 4 5s are 20, right? And the remainder is 0. And for this 20 divided by 4, our answer is 5, right? Now let's try to understand the different components of this division. So the first component is dividend. Now let's talk about the definition of a dividend. A dividend is a number which is getting divided. So in our example, which number is getting divided? It is this number, right? We are dividing 20 only, right? So in our example, 20 is the dividend, right? 20. Okay? 20 is what? It is dividend. Okay? So that second term is divisor. Divisor is a number which divides the given number. Now in our example, we are dividing 20. But we are dividing 20 with what? 4, right? 4 means this component, right? So 4 is nothing but a divisor. 4 is divisor. Okay? Third is quotient. Quotient is what? The result that we get. Now when we divided 20 by 4, what we get? 5. So 5 is what? 5 is quotient, right? And when we did all these division, we are left with the final number, which is in this case 0. 0 is what? Remainder. 0 is what? Remainder. Remainder is a number left after performing the division. So using all this, we can write it like this. When dividend is divided by divisor, right? The result that we get is what? Quotient. We get the quotient, and after performing this division, at the end what we get is remainder, right? Remainder. Okay, so in the equation form, how we can write is dividend divided by divisor, giving us quotient plus remainder. Okay, we will talk about remainder later. For now, dividend divided by divisor will give us quotient, right? So this is how we use the different components for our division, right? Now that we discussed dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder, let's understand this thing. Dividend divided by divisor will give us quotient. For example, in this example, our dividend is what? Our dividend was 20, right? So 20 divided by divisor. Divisor is what? The number with which we are dividing, right? With which number we are dividing? 4, right? It will be 4. 20 divided by 4, giving us a quotient. Quotient is what? The answer that we are getting, right? So the answer is 5. So this way, dividend divided by divisor gave us quotient, right? Now the next thing, divisor multiplied by quotient. See, divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder will give us dividend. Dividend is what? This value. Let's try to understand this with an example. Let's say we do 20 divided by 3. Okay. So 20 divided by 3 will be 3 6 are 18, and when we subtract these values we get the remainder 2, right? So in this example, this is what? Dividend. Okay. This is what? Divisor, right? This is our quotient and this is remainder. Okay. So this is remainder. Let's try to understand. We are saying divisor multiplied by quotient. Divisor is 3. Okay. 3 multiplied by quotient. Quotient is 6. 3 multiplied by 6 plus remainder. Now in this case our remainder is what? Remainder is 2, right? Then we write 2. Let's try to solve this. 3 into 6, 18. 18 plus 2, and 18 plus 2 is what? 20. And 20 is our dividend, right? So this is what we said. Divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder giving us dividend. 20 is what? Our dividend. Okay. So this is all about dividend, divisor, remainder and quotient. So all these things will help us in our chapter 3 to solve our problems, right?